Hey everyone, welcome back to another Godzilla Battleline video, and I totally just, did this whole video, and I never hit record. Very frustrating. That being said, welcome to my Mechagodzilla City themed deck. I say it's Mechagodzilla City themed because we use Mechagodzilla Leader, we have Godzilla Earth, and we're pumping out a shit ton of vehicles, kind of like in the Mechagodzilla City movie, right? They had all those the vulture things flying around, and, I'm trying to get as close, as I can. You probably put energy base in here. Probably make it a little bit more like a little city with all the facilities, but didn't put it in this round. That being said, let's talk about this deck, because I'm really enjoying it. Do note, the battles on screen are in fixed mode. If you want to use this kind of deck in ranked, your facilities are probably going to have to be in the 30 range, and I would probably swap a few units around. I might drop Biollante and Space Godzilla and put in probably Energy Base and Mechagodzilla, or maybe Fire Rodan instead of Psychic Chorus, but these are fixed battles, and I'm having a ton of fun in fixed with this deck, actually, so I thought I would break it down for you guys and share with the world. So, Mechagodzilla Leader, we talked about this literally in my latest Leader tier list video, that what he does is give the 15% production speed boost to facilities. Now, we want to use this basically to coat an entire side of the field with tanks and choppers. And why would we want to do that? Because they're not that powerful on their own, right? They're just going to get hit with AoE. We're dropping in Godzilla Earth. The whole point of this deck, or the whole strategy, I should say, in this deck, is you put down Godzilla Earth, and then you just swarm him with vehicles, making it very hard for your enemy to hit him, right? We want to keep him alive as long as possible, and he's a very slow character. So the more vehicles that we can pump out, the more walls that we can put between the enemy and Earth, the better, because he's going to be able to hit them from far away. And he's going to be able to do a lot of damage. So if we can prevent them from getting to him, the even better. That's why I have Space Godzilla in here as well. Not just because, there's aliens in the Godzilla anime movies, and I figured Space Godzilla would be a good rep for the aliens. But his crystals also perform or produce, and perform as another barrier for your enemy to have to break through. They give a 25% damage buff to your team, anyone close to them, which all the tanks and all the choppers will get, Godzilla Earth will get, and it becomes another layer of defense for Earth. And it is really, really helpful, especially, in the heat of a battle. Batra also in this deck. Obviously, Batra is a staple of the game and the meta at the moment, and this is fixed, so you don't really need Batra, but he's still very, very good in fixed. And, a lot of people are going to say, oh, why would you use Batra and Space Godzilla? Because the buffs are going to overlap, but like I just said, Space Godzilla also adds that extra layer of protection with the crystal, so if you can pull off Space Godzilla with this huge push, it's just going to make them more powerful and keep them constantly buffed. Now, Psychic Chorus is in this deck as well. Psychic Chorus you could probably swap out with Fire Rodan at this point in time. I like Psychic Chorus because I can place it anywhere on the field. It's still very valuable at high ranking, but in fixed, it's probably not as good as it could be. I probably could have used Fire Rodan instead, especially for fixed. I think in ranked I might use Fire Rodan as well, because it also will grant a speed boost to all your characters if you have Fire Rodan in there. But Psychic Chorus being able to be placed anywhere, very solid. Can be swapped out for Fire Rodan. That's just dealer's choice, Next, we have Biollante in this deck. Now, Biollante, I don't really think is needed in this deck. I feel like if I were to bring this into ranked or rework this deck a second time, Biollante would be the first thing I drop. I would probably put Energy Base in here because the push for Earth and the two facilities is 19 energy. 5 for the tanks, 5 for the choppers, 9 for Earth, and then you need another 3 for the Mechagodzilla ability. And then you don't even have any other units on the field, right? Because this might be a first push. So, Energy Base, definitely going to help with that. If you didn't want to use Mechagodzilla as a leader, and you still wanted to use this deck, I would recommend Mechagodzilla and then throw ERB in instead of Biollante, because you get ERB down, use Mechagodzilla's ability, and get your energy recharging a little bit faster, You probably could get out a ton of units with that combo, so that's the deck I've been using. I've actually been having a ton of fun with it. I'll probably be just sitting around and fixed, using it all day, grinding, seeing what I can change up or not with it. It is a pretty expensive deck. 4.9 average energy cost. We have 2-3 cost, but then we have a 5, a 4 that becomes a 5 in Batra, and then another 5, a 9, and a 6. I'm sure that there are players smarter than me out there and in the Discord and everything that will come up with a more efficient use for this deck. And if you guys end up trying to take this into ranked, I would love to see your levels. I don't have the levels on my tank base or my choppers to see this in ranked, but if you do, try this out and let me know how it performs, because I think this could be pretty overwhelming. The thing you have to watch out for is AoE in this deck, though. A well-placed Ghidorah, a well-placed Hedorah, a well-placed Biollante will start ripping through this deck. Even Singular Point Jet Jaguar, once you get through his shield, he'll go down pretty fast, but if you can hit that shield, he might tear through this. But Biollante, with her nerf, it might take her a little bit longer, especially if the tank's level 30, and she can't even hit the planes. That's why you really got to worry for King Ghidorah, Mecha King Ghidorah, and Hedorah, because they can hit air, they can hit ground, and they have a very large spread. So them being able to hit multiple units straight up counter to this deck. Single target attackers like G89, Ultima, Mogera, Super X, they're going to get immediately just annihilated by this deck. But a very well-placed AoE attacker with like a Batra boost, that's a scary thought, especially for ranked when you might lose your arena rankings. So that being said, this is my deck. This is, you know, what I've been having fun with lately, and I just wanted to share with you guys. Nothing more, nothing less. So thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you all on the next one. Bye-bye.